Hello again, Honky Tonks. Now, we've all known somebody at work who's at either managerial or supervisory level, and you've often wondered, what the hell are they doing in that job? How the hell did they get that far? They shouldn't be there. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They've either got there through bullying other staff and getting away with it for far too long, or it's either favouritism or nepotism. Every now and again, you get somebody who really deserves to go that far, who actually knows what they're doing, and they're a joy to work with, but those people are few and far between. It's the same in the army. I've served in the mob for 8 years, and I've seen soldiers get promoted way above or beyond their abilities, and at one point it's funny, but when it comes to operations and exercise, it really isn't, because then you see that it shouldn't have happened. It really should not have happened. Anyway, politics is just the same, I reckon. Now, when you become government, you're not qualified to be government. It's like driving a car, I reckon. It's something that you learn after you pass your test. Keir Starmer was never qualified to be Prime Minister. He was just elected. The same as the Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, who this video is all about. The Home Secretary, David Lammy. That's a whole video in itself. And the rest of them, they're not qualified. They learn on the job. With Keir Starmer, obviously we don't like him. We despise him on this channel, and many others do, but give the devil his due. He was leader of the opposition for many years, so leadership is kind of a qualification, isn't it? So yeah, we'll give him that. But back to Rachel Reeves. I reckon she's going to be the first either resignation or sacrifice from this Labour government. Now, I think it's a given. Keir Starmer isn't going to resign. I was hoping he'd be gone by Christmas after all the scandal and everything else, and he has left in his wake of complete idiocy and spitefulness. I reckon he is a spiteful, idiotic man and somebody who will not listen to reason. We can have as many protests as we like about a range of different issues outside Downing Street, and he wouldn't give a jot. He really wouldn't. You can have 50 farmers just turn up outside the black gates of Downing Street to commit suicide with their shotguns, and he wouldn't care. He would blame the far right or Tommy Robinson or something like that. But Keir Starmer doesn't have the honour and the balls to admit that he's wrong. We don't know the guy personally, only through politics and what we've seen and his actions and his policies. He hasn't got the balls or the honour to fall on his own sword, admit responsibility and resign. He's not that type of guy. He's a socialist. He's a lefty. Lefties have no accountability, no reason. Therefore, you know, they don't leave their posts. They have to be ostracised, as they have been through history. You look at socialist, Marxist, communist leaders through history, they've had to be forcibly removed. I'm not suggesting that, but I think it won't take a massive screw-up on his behalf for him to leave. It'll take his own MPs to get rid of him now. Now, any politician can survive all sorts of scandals, but being a laughingstock, not so much. And that's what Rachel Reeves has become. Or as she's now known as, Rachel from Accounts. You see, she lied on her CV. She said she was an economist at one bank, then it turned out she was Rachel from Accounts, basically. She handled complaints at another bank. Why did she lie? And now MPs are raising serious questions about Rachel Reeves' CV, and rightly so. So I think this is the start of the death knell for her political career. You see, if she's lied on her CV, that means she has broken ministerial code and she'll have to resign. There are countless memes mocking her, being the first woman to do everything on social media, namely X. They're funny as hell, but she's brought them on herself. She is a figure of fun, and she's not taken seriously. The woman is hardly qualified to handle the nation's finances. So if she won't resign, Starmer will sacrifice her. He will feed her to the wolves to save his own standing. I mean, firstly, there was that 20-odd billion so-called black hole in the country's finances. They didn't prove there was one, and yet, instead of filling that 20-odd billion black hole, they've given money away, billions every year to Zelensky, a couple of $100 million for round-the-clock protection for mosques, billions more for Ed Miliband's insane net zero policies both at home and abroad, and billions more propping up asylum seekers or illegal migrants to make them feel at home. Now, Rachel from account has said that in order to plug that so-called 22 billion black hole, she's had to whack an inheritance tariff or tax on farmers. Even if she did that to all the farmers, it wouldn't plug half of it. And of course, there's the pensioners' winter fuel allowance. Again, wouldn't even touch it. And yet they've got enough money for all these woke vanity projects they're dishing out left, right and centre. That looked like I was doing the Trump shuffle then, didn't it? But yeah, they've got all this money for woke vanity projects, but none for the British people. Why? They've just spent billions sending Zelensky our nuclear-capable rockets, therefore having a hand in escalating the Ukraine war when they should be encouraging peace. And yet we've learned this week that they're cutting back on defence spending, mainly the Navy. I mean, you provoke a war with a superpower and cut back on defence. Again, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, watch this space, watch the news. It'll be Rachel Reeves who will be the first thrown on the fire, either told to resign or she'll get sacrificed by Starmer to save his own skin. Mark my words. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.